Welcome to another episode of the Story of Podcast. And today we're going to have the chance to hear the story of
Joseph Ford.
Joseph Ford. Joe Pop! Hi! Welcome to the podcast.
Appreciate you having me here.
Thank you so much. Have you seen any episodes of the show yet?
I have.
What do you think of them?
I think they're great. I think you dive deep, you make everyone feel comfortable. So I'm happy to be here. I'm honored to be here actually.
Thank you.
So you got me out of my comfort zone. So I appreciate that.
I'm excited that you actually agree. At first, you guys, he declined. Well, he didn't decline. He just
stalled.
Yeah. But then you agreed. What made you change your mind?
Honestly, it was a book I was reading. It was about growth and getting out of your comfort zone, and this is something I've never done before. So
What's
took
the
the opportunity. I read a book a week, so it was when I was in Italy, so it's hard to remember the title. But I mean, all of them are the same. Oh my god, all of them are pretty much the same, but all about growth and getting out of your comfort zone. So here I am.
Yeah. Okay. When did you start the book a week thing?
Good question. Let's see. January of last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I started one book a week, and then it just carried over. I was gonna just do it for the first year, but it's still going strong. So
what made you start it?
I was going on a personal development journey. So again, growth.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to be a better version of myself every day. So just started to get in and learn about myself and do the work, internal work first, and then to see that external work once you invest in yourself.
Nice. Okay. I love that for you. I feel I don't know when we met, but from the time we met to now, I feel like you've grown so much as a person and stuff.
I remember the crazy Joe Pup.
Yeah, the crazy Joe.
Sixth grade to 12th grade.
Is that when you started?
Yes.
That's cool. Oh yeah, me too. Crazy times. So, am I gonna get the professional developed Joe Pup today, or am I gonna get that would be Joseph?
Oh,
Ford. Or am I gonna get?
I'm gonna add the middle name Joseph Tyrone Ford, so you can get both sides.
Okay.
You can get both sides. So
I'm
Tyrone is the old school, and then you still get professional side.
All right, but I'm here for it. So let's see. Who are you? Would you say who are you today? Right now.
Who am I today? That's a great question.
I told you I got some good questions.
Who am I today? An individual striving for success, and success can mean something different to everybody, right? So some money, some strong relationship with family, some the ability to travel, do whatever they want, but for me, it's a combination of all of it. It's wealth, it's relationship, it's financial freedom, it's time freedom, it's location freedom. So just striving to better myself every day and get to that point. And I know some people say, oh, when you're successful, enough is never enough, right? But I don't want to be that type of person. I don't want to be working until I'm dead. You never know what the future holds. So you got to enjoy the present. So that's what I'm striving for, enjoying the present and just being successful in the present.
Yeah. Okay. So then comparing that to who you are today, what is your earliest, who were you as your earliest version of yourself, that you can recall? How would you describe that person?
Ooh, a jokester, never serious, I still don't take life seriously. Everything's a game to me, but this is all jokes. But I honestly, if you recall back in MLC days where we met, I didn't take anything serious. I was basically flunking out of school.
Yeah.
The teachers hated me. The kids, we're not even gonna get into all of that, but I would say just unserious, just had no drive, no vision, didn't know where I wanted to be in life.
And how was, if you can recall, how was that growing time? Because it's really easy to, compare, now to then, because it's such a drastic change, but, how was it actually, getting through, those years of, developing and stuff? Did you notice it in yourself? Did it all just, hit you one day, oh, I gotta, snap into, I don't know, something? How was that for you?
Yeah, it was a change of environment for sure. Just growing up north end of Hartford, seeing what you see in the north end of Hartford, being around the people, everybody's okay with the status quo. Well, not everybody. Let's not say everybody, because it's not everybody, but most people are okay with the status quo, just going day by day, not caring about life, just, accepting what comes their way.
Yeah.
Complaining about, like, the struggles of life, but not doing anything to change it.
Mm-hmm.
And just getting out of that environment, graduating, hitting adulthood, and seeing real life. It's like no one's coming to save me.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to save myself. And it was more about, just taking each day as it come and enjoying the process. But it didn't happen overnight, and it's still like a process now. It's not like I've made it. I haven't arrived.
Yeah.
It's still a process.
Yeah. How old are you now?
Ooh.
Is that like an invasive question?
I'm starting to feel older and older every day, man.
I feel older too, but I mean 27.
Oh, yeah, so it's painful to say that. I know.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I feel like old. The way that you live life, though, you don't act like an old person, and I don't really talk to you that often. But just seeing you like travel, I know like you have your business, and you probably have more than one by now, and just seeing you just literally, like you said, living life to the fullest and appreciating it, like. I feel like you'll feel useful for a long time. Yeah, I
appreciate that. Just saying 27, scary. Yes, we're getting up there, but
I know.
Just thinking about like you said, how I approach life. The way I took it is, the way society has it set up is. You work until you're 65, and then you enjoy the remaining years that you have left, which is 15 years tops,
right?
Or some people go over, but it's not really living, right? You're frail, bent over, can't travel. I mean, you probably do a trip a year, but you're laying on the beach because you can't do the exciting things anymore. So I just don't want to, follow the trap, like the American dream that society has set up, where you don't start enjoying life until you're retired.
Yeah. When did you first kind of discover that mindset? Was it while you were still in high school or middle school? Was it after you graduated?
No, in high school, I was just worried about getting out of school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, this is just recent. This is probably the last year. I just started doing all of this traveling November probably of last year up until now. But I've been making it a mission to go to at least a new country a month now. So
that's so
it
exciting.
Just started though. But
yeah. And where have you been so far?
I've been to France, Italy, UK, Ireland, Dominican Republic, Mexico, Bahamas, Turks and Caicos. Honestly, I can't remember the rest.
That's so lit.
But growing up, I've never left the country.
Really?
We didn't have the money to do so.
Was your first time last year, in November?
My first time was in 2019, and I was granted that trip for free, so I was it was a cool opportunity. But
and where was that to?
That was to France.
Okay, nice.
France. Ireland and UK all in one trip. Yeah.
How was Ireland?
So, I mean, probably not everybody. Maybe it was in my head, but I don't think it was. I was the only person that looked like me over there. So, I mean, I was getting weird I mean, I don't think it was anything racist. Just they just didn't know people would visit Ireland Brit. I don't know, but I was just the only black person there.
Yeah.
In my vision, and. I was just getting those stares, but I was only there for a day, and that's all I needed.
Yeah. You're okay, I'm out of here.
Took the train, got out of there.
Yeah.
Go on, we're out of here.
So growing up, explain how it was growing up for you.
Ooh. Hope none of my siblings see this, because there's a lot of them, so one of them probably gonna stumble across it. But yeah, so I grew up, as you know, but the audience most likely won't know. I grew up in a household of 10 people.
Well, actually, before you go into that,
sure.
One more question about, just to introduce more of who you are and what you do. For someone who's watching who wants to live the life of someone who can travel to a new country every month and do exciting things like that.
Ooh, that earphone's good.
Oh, that's it. What is that? I hope it doesn't pick up in the microphone. But tell them what you do as a career.
Yeah, so I started out in sales. Well, I was going to become a police officer because I had no choice.
I kind of recalled that.
I had no choice out of high school. My grades were subpar. I had a 2.5 GPA just to get through school and be able to play sports, remain eligible. So I kept that grade level. I was gonna go to the Army with one of our friends, and they didn't accept me because I had asthma. So it didn't seem like anybody wanted me. So I decided I was gonna go be a cop, and I ended up meeting. Dude, that's what happened. I ended up meeting my girlfriend at the time, and her stepfather was in sales, and he was telling me all about it. I never thought about a career in sales, and I've always been this outgoing, goofy kid, but never thought about a career in sales. You don't need a degree for that. So he was telling me about what he does and things. So I started doing research on sales, and my older brother happened to be a manager at a sales company, and he took a chance on me, because he still looked at me like the little brother that didn't take anything seriously, but he took a chance on me and allowed me to come into there, and I, my first 3 months became top producer under his training. I give him credit. If you see this, I give him credit.
Shout out to him.
But yeah, I ended up becoming a top producer in the first 3 months. Moving on up into probably 9 months in, became an assistant manager, then ended up elevating to a manager, getting my own team. You actually were there. That was the company you were at.
I remember that.
The company was super toxic, so I decided. I'm not gonna name them. They probably sue me if I say the name.
No, I wasn't gonna name them. I was gonna say maybe it's just a person that's toxic, but no, it was a few others.
No, that was just the whole company. It was just the environment was no longer serving. Yeah, just get out of here. They're done. But just moving on in life, I ended up getting the opportunity with just advancing in my career. I decided to leave that company and get into the remote. This is a long-winded story, but I'm getting to your question.
No, it's okay. I appreciate it.
But just getting into the remote space, and I started working at a software company out in Houston, Texas. I was working remote from Connecticut, but traveling down often. Right around COVID, it was actually the girlfriend at the time, stepdad's company. He ended up giving me the opportunity there. So knowing people matters and connections matter for sure. And then I ended up, it was the COVID era where everybody was starting businesses, launching businesses left and right. So I decided to get into social media marketing. And you were actually my first client. I don't know if you knew that. I was your first? I didn't know that. I don't know if you knew that, but I appreciate you, by the way, giving me a chance.
No problem.
The only person you knew was the kid back then, and you still gave me a chance. So But I appreciate that. But getting into social media marketing wasn't my passion. It was just I saw it as an opportunity to make money in a digital age. No one's going to work. I have a lot of free time. So started getting into that, developing clients in your field, spa industry, estheticians, dentists, things along those lines. But just doing social media marketing for them, and obviously it wasn't my passion. So I was going up and down with it, not able to really scale it. So my real passion is sales. So I ended up, stopping all of that and doing what I do now, which is business development for technology companies, software companies. I just partner with them and get them leads and get them appointments for them to be able to demonstrate their product to. So I do that with a lot of SaaS companies, and it's all remote. So which gives me the ability to be on the go at all times. I don't need to hire anybody because there's so many automation tools that does all the work for me. So it gives me time freedom, which is what I was talking about, location freedom because I'm remote, and just the ability to do so far what I want right now.
I'm fascinated. That's so amazing. I feel like and I appreciate you explaining the whole history of it, because it's not just a one word answer, it's nice to kind of hear, because I didn't even know that whole process for you, and that's just, I feel like I am lagging behind. I just was listening to the Breakfast Club the other day, and they were interviewing the people of Earn Your Leisure or something, and they have Invest Fest. Have you heard of that?
I have not.
No? Well, it's this
put me on, Kwame.
Let me put you on. So it's this big mainly black event or whatever of all different investors and things like that, and then they have this this Nipsey grant or whatever for a business to win $10K or something, and you just have to go there obviously and show them your what your business is, like show them your, the receipts and all that good stuff. But then you can like possibly win like, a good grant for your business. But I kind of forgot the point of it.
I was locked in waiting for it.
Oh, well, the point was,
yeah.
They were saying in the podcast that like the new AI thing or whatever, like people really should like understand it, get to learn it, and like utilize it to their advantage, because if not, you're kind of just gonna get left behind, like, because digital everything is like not even just the future, it's like the present. Yeah. And you just saying everything you said about how you kind of like segued and like still made a way for yourself is like really inspiring. Like, and I just heard that the other day, so hearing this now like back to back, it's like, okay, I kind of need to like,
means if you're not in AI, get in AI.
Yeah, definitely. And get into just like digital outlets and stuff. Like, and also there's this esthetician that I know who doesn't do like hands-on work anymore. She just does like kind of similar to what you were doing with like brand marketing. A little different, but I think she like makes content templates. I don't know what it is, but she's pretty much just always promoting now like how to stop doing your like hands-on working client to client every day, and like you have a digital platform of some sort. So yeah,
it's a digital age.
Yeah, it really is. So okay, getting back to how you grew up. So you have 10 siblings.
I have 7 siblings. There's 8 of us total.
Uh-huh.
And it was a 10-person household because both parents were in the house.
Uh-huh.
But just growing up, I mean, I was born into the house we were at on Sargent Street, Hartford, and moved over to Earl Street, and Waverly Street was where, Joe Pope's life took off. But, but just growing up, 2 parents that were heavily in church, heavily Christian. My mom's an evangelist. My dad was a deacon. Probably still, I don't know. But, yeah, so just growing up, all we knew was church, to be honest. And I honestly don't regret it, because I could have became a product of my environment. And I see everybody that I grew up with and how their lives turned out. So I'm thankful for that, grateful, definitely. But I mean, I'm gonna just give you like the lowdown on the whole schedule of like growing up. Yeah. You probably don't even know this, but on Sundays, I would go to church at 10 a.m. Sunday school, 11:30 church. We wouldn't get out to probably 2. Then go back at 7 for another service until 9. And then like Mondays, Tuesdays, prayer. Wednesdays, Bible study. Thursday, prayer. Friday night, we had service again. And then Saturday, I was in church all day because I was a musician. And still I am, but not at the same church. But I played the keys, and I was in rehearsals all day long. So really, you're asking about the childhood. I didn't really have one.
Yeah. And what exactly is prayer? Is that in the church too?
Yeah, so we were going to the church with a bunch of, now that I'm saying it out loud, it sounds kind of cult-like, but it's not. But yeah, I mean, that's just how it was, We would always be in church every day, even in the summertime.
Even in the summertime?
Yeah, I mean, the only trips I took as a child that I could recall was church trips. Like, down to North Carolina, they had this property, and then like, this really sounds cult-like, but they had this property where everybody would come, and then we would just stay there for a week and just do the same thing we would do at church down there. Sounds cult-like, but yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, growing up, that's how it was, yeah.
Wow. So all you did was church.
All I did was church. I mean, school was a relief.
Yeah. That's why you were so crazy at school.
Exactly. It was a rebellion,
Yeah.
Just because again, I don't regret the way I came up.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't raise my children that way. Like, there has to be a balance.
Yeah.
But, I mean, my mom did the best she could, and she raised phenomenal kids. So.
Tell me about your mom. Like, how would you describe her?
Strong. I mean, that's the biggest word I would use is, I mean, she had 8 kids, so you got, 8 kids back to back to back, really. Like, I mean, the only separation in age is me and my older sister is 3 years. Everybody else is like right on top of each other. So
really,
yeah. So, but I mean, just navigating that and doing the best she could with raising us, especially. My dad got laid off when I was young, and he was in sales. I mean, he's probably the one who sparked it for our family, but he was in sales, and I mean, he was pushing himself like as hard as he could, but he was taking like jobs that were commission based. So if you're not selling, you're not making money. So my mom was a stay at home mom at first, and she had to go back to work because obviously he wasn't making ends meet. But she ended up starting a daycare. You have 8 kids, and you started. You
Did y'all help?
She had a home daycare.
No, did y'all help her?
I mean, I was too young.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, when she was doing that, I was really young. I mean, I was the ages of the kids that were in daycare, which is even
Better
crazier.
for her.
Right? No, it's crazier because she had to deal with her own young kids and then deal with babies and younger kids on top of that too. So, I mean, she started a daycare. At one point, it was going really well, but then we hit a point where she only had one kid a week, and that's the post that you saw the other day where she was making only $90 a week. My dad was trying to find employment, but making $90 a week with a household of 10 people, you're not you're not really doing much.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I recall vividly actually. My dad used to go out before school. You know how we used to be like we would want new sneakers and like new backpacks and stuff like that. Well, there's 8 of us. No money coming in really. My dad used to go on Main Street, right up the street from here. There was this guy with a tent, and he used to sell. I don't know where they made these Air Forces from, but they were all white Air Forces. They weren't from Nike. They weren't from Nike, but they looked like they were Nike.
Yeah.
You probably couldn't tell if you remember. Like I used to wear those all the time. But they were literally, I think, $5, and we used to all wear those. And like, you do one rundown in the hallway at school, and they're gonna have holes in the bottom. But it's just, I'm just like saying all that to say like we all came from nothing, and then it's just a testament of like just strong will and just being able to persevere through all of that, but. Yeah, she was definitely a strong woman. I mean, especially to deal with me. How I was.
You on your own.
She kicks me out of the house still to this day when I go visit.
That's so amazing though, to like hear that and to like also hear like where you are now and to like, I don't know, just see the growth. Like it's so cool. And I also feel like, so when I was younger, when I went from 5th grade to 6th grade, and we had to wear a uniform, and at my other school we didn't have to wear a uniform. I was so pissed, and I was just like asking my aunt, like, why do we have to wear a uniform? It's so dumb. And she told me, she's like, well, honestly, it's just a good way to like even the playing field for everyone. She's like, that way no kids have to get picked on, no one has to feel like out of place or whatever, like, because everybody has to wear the same thing. And as a young kid, like however old you are going to 6th grade, I'm like, that makes sense, like, because I didn't like seeing people like get picked on and made fun of about their shoes. I got made fun of because I had on fake Uggs. It was actually at MLC though that happened, but yeah, so I know how it feels or whatever, but yeah, that's just And how does it feel for you, like when you got the text, the screenshot that you posted, how did it feel like in that moment, just to, I don't know, not relive it, but like just reminisce, I guess?
So that was, I posted that after a couple of bottles of wine, so so I was a little, yeah.
But it was good because you blurred out the rest. It was just that one, so.
Yeah, but I mean, because I was really thinking about just like the growth of my siblings as well,
Yeah,
so,
all you
like
guys.
the eldest, 32, she's starting out her own business. It's a candle business that she's doing. My older brother has his own sales company that he's running. My sister's getting ready to go to med school to become a doctor. My brother David, David. He just got promoted at a sales company, and then the twins, they're all at that same company as well, and then my little sister as well. So everybody's doing great for themselves, and just coming from the past that we've came from to like to see everything now. It's just amazing to see, and I know my parents are proud, which is great to see too.
Yeah, I love that. Do you still like talk to both your parents? Are they still both together?
Yeah. So they've been together 33 years. Yeah, 33 years now. I mean, I wouldn't say it was easy. Like the house we grew up in on Waverly Street, you can hear the arguments over and it hurts, right? The financial arguments. You can't do anything about it. You're too young to do anything about it. And just hearing that, but they stuck through it. And yeah, they're still there 33 years later.
How does seeing that, like, growing up mold your vision of like relationships and dating and stuff like that?
Honestly, before I like jumped on this personal development journey, it actually, I would say, and I mean, we all like are responsible for our own choices and stuff in life, but it definitely hurt. I mean, yeah, my relationship, I would say, I mean, I only have like what one relationship. I haven't decided to, get in another one since.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, that was what
It was for a long time.
9 years. I mean,
Yeah.
and then the on and off.
Yeah.
So I mean, I didn't decide to do anything since. I mean, it's all about like who you keep in your corner, right? You got to make sure you're making the right decision with who you have in your corner, because that can alter your life. I mean,
Yeah.
friends included too. Like I
Yeah.
had to, get rid of a lot of friends. I mean, friends that I grew up with that I was super close with. I mean, I'm not saying names, but like one you even know, he actually recently, like a couple of years ago, probably. Like I'm not, you never see me in a fight. I never tried to fight anybody. Never wants to fight. I'm a lover, but he actually was like trying to set me up to fight me.
Really?
Like, yeah, he was reaching out trying to fight me. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna fight you. And then come to find out, I'm like, why would you want to fight me? Like and then he told one of the friends that we have a mutual friend with, he was like, you seem like you get everything you want in life, so I wanted to fight you. I'm like, huh?
Okay, that's very strange.
So I mean, it's just that's just he's going through obviously stuff like with himself,
like
and it's just pushing out to everybody else. So it's really important about like your surroundings, because you show me your circle, you show me like your net worth. Those things are true. Like it's like you surround yourself with 5 clowns, you're gonna become the 6. Like it's true. Like I mean, the relationship, like you were talking about, the relationship I was in, I mean, we were on 2 different levels. Like I'm growing still. We met in high school, still the same person in high school. It's not gonna work. So I had to get rid of that, and I'm not gonna invite somebody else in my life that's not on the same level of wavelength. I'm not saying like you have to be a millionaire or something like that, but like you have to be like wanting to grow and like doing well for yourself, and not just wanting to party every weekend. Bare minimum stuff, but
no, I feel that. And sometimes honestly, like people are like, so I was just telling Maddie the other day that
how is
like
Maddie?
She's okay. I could tell you more later, but she's okay. Shout out to Maddie. We love you, Maddie. I was telling her, like, sometimes, experiencing people in life, that's exactly what it is. Like, none of us belong to each other. Like, we all belong to God. And we should all just be blessed and thankful that we get to experience whomever it is for however long it is. And sometimes that experience has an end. So.
And when you try to fight against God's plan, it never turns out well. Like, the whole, like, back and forth, like trying to force it to work. That was one thing that like I could have been further along than where I am, but I was trying to keep people in my life that I knew wasn't meant for me. And it ended up like delaying my like elevation. So you gotta let them go if you know they're not for you. And the signs are all there. Signs are all there. You'll see it. Like it's toxic, or it's you guys aren't on the same page with things. You guys don't have the same goals, same mindset. Just let it go. It's not worth it.
And I feel like if more people just took it, like looked at it as that and didn't like try to... Okay, so I feel like our generation is like conditioned to break up in a bad way. Like I feel like they feel like if we're breaking up, then we have to hate each other. We have to have a big argument, a big blowout, and it has to be this big thing. And it's not like common to have like a copacetic, is that how you say it? Breakup. Like, and I feel like if more people looked at it like that, like, okay, we're just not on the same wavelength, like let's just not be together, then people could stay friends more, I feel like, because I don't know, it wouldn't be any bad blood. But
yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, I was a part of that whole like it's not a good like toxic type breakup thing. But it took a while, and then we actually are still friends to this day. We know to never get back together, but we're still friends to this day.
And sometimes that happens a lot too. Like after some time just apart, like literally just apart, you can actually be like, okay, we could be cool. I guess. But okay, so are you dating people now? Like, not dating, like, actually in a relationship, but just, like, dating?
So, well, I mean, I do, like, occasionally, like, most of the times I'm, like, traveling or, like, just doing my own thing, but I do occasionally, like, go on dates and things like that. But it's, like, you have to like, I mean, most people, I'm not like saying this in like a cocky way, but most people don't make it past the first date because like I can read, I'm really good at reading people
Yeah.
and like people's mindset. Like I worked really hard to like get my mindset like this and like fortify my mindset because, you know, like it's easy to get torn down. It's a constant battle every day to like work on it and get 1% better every day. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna allow somebody that's not on the same page as me like come into my life. So like when I'm like on a date and I'm finding out about this person, like what they like, what they don't like, you know, what their goals are and stuff, like if it doesn't align with my purpose, I'm not gonna, you know, time is precious.
Yeah.
I'm 27. Like
Yeah.
I remember I was 18, so
Yeah.
it was like a blink of an eye. So it's like you can't waste time when you know it's not a fit. And I was doing that, right? I mean, something like most people don't want to be alone, right? But once I figured out how to be alone, oh, it was just over from there. Like now I just solo travel. Like I just like I love being alone. It's the best thing.
I was actually gonna ask you, growing up with so many siblings and being in like a household with so many people, do you live alone now? And like how was it for you when you first moved out to like be alone and live alone?
So this apartment that I have now is my first time actually being alone and single and stuff like that. So it's just me and my dog right now. And it's honestly, I mean, when I first moved in, I was like, yeah, this is not it.
Yeah.
This is not it. Like I'm like, again, I'm outgoing and I love talking to people. So it's like who am I gonna talk to?
Yeah.
Like my dog, myself. Like
yeah.
And then I work remote too, so it's like, sheesh, I don't even get like the coworker experience anymore either. So it's like, I mean, and that's why I'm happy I worked on my mindset, because if I didn't, that could lead to depression. That could lead to you like just feeling isolated from the world, and like then your life just goes down. Like, so I mean, I love it now. I grew to love it, and I'm not in one spot for too long to like get too like comfortable. So I always like forcing myself out of that comfort zone and traveling and growing. So I love it now.
Yeah, honestly, it sounds like you're living the single life like the right way. Like, and I know that that's subjective, but if I could imagine it, it would be like traveling, doing stuff that you want. Because I like doing solo stuff too. Like, I totally like to travel alone. My boyfriend doesn't like when I travel and do stuff alone, but I don't mind it. Like, I love like spending time with myself, and I feel like it's really important.
For sure.
A lot of people have a hard time doing that. So for you, you found like learning how to do that through books?
Yes, books and podcasts. So
I love podcasts. Tune in, guys.
But yeah, I mean, especially when you're talking about like just like doing things alone. Like when I was in that relationship, I lost myself, right? I was doing everything she wanted to do. I was going to all the restaurants she liked to go to, all the vacations she wanted to go to. My every moment like that I had free that was like outside of like work and stuff was like entertaining her and like doing what she wanted. So I'm like, then when I left that relationship, I'm like, who am I?
Yeah, like, what do I like?
Yeah, what do I like to do? Like, it's like, So then I had to go on that self-discovery journey. I'm sorry, I just spat.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't even notice.
It's raining in here now. But no, just going on a self-discovery journey, and those books definitely helped a lot. I mean, if you see my apartment, you like, it's a whole library in here now.
I love
it's
that
just
for
crazy,
you.
But I mean, I probably couldn't even read when I hated reading when I was in high school, and now it's like a whole switch around. But yeah, I mean, just working on yourself. I can't stress that enough. Like, just, you know, figuring out what you like and just growing internally. Like, just working on the 4 pillars inside.
Yeah.
You know about the 4 pillars? Put them on, Kwame.
No, I feel like I heard of them, but I don't know them. May you please enlighten me?
Sure. So it's more about fulfillment, right? So, I mean, happiness is an emotion. It comes and goes, like just like sad, anger, stuff like that. So what I do, like, you know, money, like I said, like success is like subjective to the person, but like money is a part of success, I guess. But you got to work on the inside first before like anything on the outside could flourish. So the 4 pillars, which is something like I practice daily, it's Rob Sharma, I think it is. He's the author of the 5 a.m. Club. He's the one who created it. It's about working on your soul set, your mindset, heart set, health set every day. So heart set is just like processing your emotions, letting go of like past hurt, all of that on a daily basis. Expressing gratitude, things like that. Mindset obviously is like learning, growing, like reading, podcasts, things like that. Health set, it's just in the name, you know, just exercising on a daily basis. And soul set, I left soul set as the spirituality part of things. So like whatever God you believe in, just show that gratitude and have that relationship with that. And so working on that, like that just brings internal fulfillment. Like ever since I started practicing that, like I haven't went through a day where I didn't feel like fulfilled.
And you want to know what's crazy? As you're explaining them, I'm like checking them off in my head, and I feel good about myself because I do practice the 4 pillars.
You just didn't know the name of it. Exactly.
But the days that I miss one or leave one out, then it's just like chaos.
It's crazy. It's crazy how that works.
Yeah.
But then like, you do those consistently, over time it just keeps growing and growing. It's like the compound effect. Like you're just gonna be a better person overall. So it's the best thing for me. Like
I have a book that I'm gonna show you that you should read. I have it in my car.
I may have read it.
It's only 45 pages. It's pretty big font, and it's called like Feeling is the something. Feeling is the something. But it's just in 45 pages. Amazing. It's crazy. I have to show it to you. Who was one of your biggest role models or like not inspirations? Yeah, like role models, I guess, growing up or now.
Oof. Growing up, it's hard to say. Growing up, I mean, I don't remember a lot about my childhood. Like it was all like the same thing every day. So I mean, with role models, I don't think I had a positive role model. I mean, my parents, yes, but now, I mean, I use those books that I read and those podcasts that I listen to as like mentors and role models.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know they're far. Like I don't have one in front of my face where I'm meeting with a mentor every day or a role model every day.
But you don't really even need to.
I know.
Like that 45-page book. Well, that too. But also with just literature in general. Like that's why I love books, because I feel like pen and ink lives forever. Like, and it's nice to be able to read something that someone's written, that they have this knowledge, but maybe they're not here on earth anymore, or maybe they just can't write anymore, can't see or something. But that small book, like it literally said that like you don't really need to meet with a mentor or do all these things all the time. You just need to know these, similar to the 4 pillars, and live by them and embody them, and like you have everything you need within you.
You feel fulfilled. Money doesn't bring happiness. It definitely helps, but it doesn't bring happiness. Fulfillment is where you want to be.
Yeah, I'm still not there with that quote yet. Like, I've heard it a lot, but I can't say it for myself yet.
Right, watch this. You can have, you can strive all day, like work. I think the whole 14-hour days, strive, like making a lot of money and things like that. But then I'm sacrificing my free time. I don't do anything fun outside of working. That's not fun. I mean, I don't care how people want to shape it up, but like if you're not doing something you enjoy, you're not like having fun. So you can make a lot of money and not enjoy life. So you're not feeling. So that's, I mean, yeah, it brings like it produces dopamine. Like you're gonna get like small bursts of happiness, but it's gonna go away. I don't want long-term fulfillment. Like I can strive and make as much. Like I can make $1 billion in my lifetime, right? And then, like once I retire, I die. Like it's like it's not worth it. Like why put all those hours in and then you don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring? Like you gotta live in the present. So that's why I say money doesn't bring happiness. It definitely helps you live an easier life, but it doesn't bring happiness, or sustaining happiness, I should say.
I feel that. Words to live by from Joe. Do you have any lifelong or like any friends that you still have from school time?
Yeah, I still have, I would say 5 to 10 probably.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we don't talk every day. Like as adults, like no, we're too busy with our own lives and stuff like that. But Akbar, I actually went into business with him. Me and Eric play soccer Tuesdays and Thursdays after work.
Cute. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, I still talk to a lot of people from my school. I mean, it's not like I see you like every month or something type of thing, but like I still consider them friends. Like,
am I one of the?
Yes, of course you are.
No, I didn't do that. So let's see. Where do you see yourself like going from here? Like, what do you want for your future? This is a manifestation, shall we?
Yes. All right, let's do this. So 27, right? So, yeah, I mean, if I'm going to settle down and like get in a relationship and start a family, I feel like it's gonna be in the next 3 to 5 years. So I mean, I feel like that's something I would definitely want is to find the right partner, like the right one. Like it's not settling. I'm not gonna settle for anybody, but just finding the right partner, starting a family. What I'm striving for now is, just to increase traveling. I love traveling. It's something that brings me happiness. Just increase traveling, just go to a bunch of different countries, see the different cultures, see how everyone's living and things like that. But my main objective right now is to retire my parents. So that's what I'm striving for. Like I'm almost there, but I want to be able to like retire them so that they don't have to, work another day. They don't have to stress about money or income or anything like that. So that's my
Sweet.
no. I'm serious. I was actually just having this conversation with her the other day. I
Your
went by
mom?
and visited her, yeah, and just talking about like just give me a couple more months. So that's what I'm striving for right now.
Yeah, I'm manifesting that for you
I
and
appreciate
for
that.
them. That's so amazing. I wish I could do that one day. You're gonna have to teach me how to be like better in life. I need some of the books that
You're doing amazing in life. I don't want to hear that. You're doing amazing.
I'm doing alright, but I do screenshot a lot of the books that you post, and I have read them. Like I have Atomic Habits in my car. Also, I don't know why I travel with books,
Oh,
but
that's perfect.
you never know.
You never know where you're gonna be.
You never know where you'll end up.
You don't know who's gonna need it.
Exactly. I need to stop doing that though. I give away a lot of books, but it's because
I have a sign-out sheet now.
I like that. But you know what's crazy? I tend to give out my books whenever I'm like traveling, and I give it to whoever lives in that state, and then
you get it back.
I'm not, but I don't expect it back. I honestly do it because I just like, I don't know, I just love people, and if I'm like, especially if I'm reading it and then they're telling me a situation and I'm like, oh my god, this book would be so helpful for you, instead of waiting for Amazon to give it to you tomorrow, here, just take mine and I'll go without it.
Quam Prime.
But I do love like sharing good books. I feel like it's a love language.
It definitely is. Like, just you want to see the people that you surround yourself with be better. So it's like you're definitely trying to help them out.
Yeah.
So I'm saying you're doing great in life. You're servicing others.
Thanks, friend. I tried. And that's why I appreciated like working with you with the marketing thing. And I'm really happy to know that I was your first client. Because
took a chance on me.
Yeah, and you were great. Like I had no idea that it was your first go around. But I feel like you were super professional and like you knew your stuff, and like I had great massive growth with you. And not even gonna hold you, I have been stagnant since. Like I haven't really gone up much or gone down much, which is good. But I'm just
going down.
I'm just sitting there in the same old spot.
Where are you located now?
Oh, well, I mean follower count wise,
okay.
But location wise, I'm downtown Hartford.
Oh, really?
I love my new spot actually.
Yeah.
You should definitely come for a
Yeah, I
vacation.
saw you staring at my pores the entire time.
No,
so,
I wasn't.
I'm
no.
down. So after this, make sure I book an appointment.
Whatever, you really should. Y'all should book too.
Definitely.
Follow me at CT. Yeah, no, I'm downtown Hartford and I love it. It's so nice. Brian and I, my boyfriend, we just like redecorated yesterday. It looks so cute.
That's what you're talking about. You're moving to?
No, we're actually moving our house or where
gotcha.
we live too, so that's annoying. But we're almost done. I hate moving.
Yeah, me too.
It's a lot.
Me too.
So what kind of dog do you have?
A Bernese Mountain Dog. Excuse me. Yeah, she's 5 months now.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, so I no longer have the Goldens. So
No.
Started with.
Do you miss them? Wait, were they like your couple dogs?
So we got them together. Well, I purchased them, but we got them together. Yeah, so 2 of them we got together, and then she got the third one on her own. But like we ended up getting back together, so we had 3 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew she was like way more attached than I am, so I just let her have them. She has all 3 of them.
Nice of you.
So yeah, I just got my own finally.
Yeah, nice. How is it being like a dog dad? A single dog dad?
I love it. It gets me attention.
Yeah, of course. Girls love being like, oh,
No, but she's just great. Like she literally doesn't even act like a puppy. She acts like she's like on her way out. Honestly, like how calm she is. Like she literally just lays around the house.
Do you ever train? Like to I don't know, sit, stand?
Yeah, I have those like basic commands, but like she knows like she sleeps in a crate, things like that, like the basic commands. But I mean, the only thing I need to work on now is just when she sees people, because she's gonna be big, so she's jumping, so she's gonna be over 100 pounds. So just all that jumping, I gotta cut that out.
Yeah, we have a boxer now, and he
Really?
actually doesn't jump. We still have Miguel too.
I was about to say, I was like, that was my guy.
No, they're besties. They love to just
Miguelito.
they love to just play all day.
Yeah.
But he actually doesn't jump on people. But when I come home, he gets too excited. He can't contain himself, and he might just hop a little bit.
When's the wedding?
So, it's a secret. I'll tell you.
Oh, okay.
After. What would you say is one of your like best memories ever?
Honestly, that Paris trip.
Yeah.
That definitely. Yeah, that was my first time.
How was Paris? It was in Paris.
That was actually the caption of my picture. I had to change
bet it was.
Once I got professional, once I dropped the Tyrone for my name. Once I dropped the Tyrone for my name, I had to drop that. But
what you put the little stars?
Yeah. Censor it. But no, I mean, it was like it changed my perception on the world. Like I was like just in my little bubble in Connecticut
In
or
Hartford.
Northeast. Oh God. We love the North End. We love Homicide Hartford though.
Definitely love Homicide Hartford.
I love where I came from. I wouldn't change it, but
me either.
just now outside of that bubble, there's so much to the world.
Yeah.
And it's like I know why I wasn't traveling a lot. Even like we didn't have money, but like my mom is super overprotective and like doesn't like us doing stuff outside of her comfort zone. So like even when I travel now, I get a text before my plane even land. No, when my plane lands, it comes through.
Yeah.
And she's texting me like, "Hey, did you make it there safely? Are you there? Like, are you like just blowing up my phone, like making sure I got this." She's overprotective, but love her. But yeah, it just changed my perception on the world. It's just so much out there, so much to see, so many people to meet. So it's just it was a great.
Have
trip.
you learned another language yet?
I was in Spanish 3 honors, Quam. You doubted me.
We were in Spanish 3 honors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was then. This is now.
Yeah, I forgot everything.
Exactly. That's why
I was trying to play it off.
I feel like you should like get the Babbel app or something.
It's pretty like I feel like I'm disrespectful when I go to other countries and like speak English to them. Like I feel like that's don't you think that's like disrespectful?
No, I just feel like it's just a little like
everybody knows English though, which is
okay. I feel like if you move there and you refuse to learn, then yes, it's just a little ignorant. But if you're just traveling, like it's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like you're so intelligent. You like to read and stuff. You can learn a new language. I want to learn a new language.
Put me on that.
And I want to learn how. So you want me to teach you?
You gotta teach me.
So you don't want to pay for your own app?
Exactly. Quam app.
Quam app and Quam Prime.
Quam.
Bundle.
2 for 1 special.
Oh my god. I had another great question.
You lost it?
Did I lose it? Well, I actually had a few. Okay, so this was it. When do you feel like the transition from boy to man happened for you? And like explain that.
Boy to man. That's a tough one. Honestly, probably when my mom kicked me out. I mean, she kicked me out because she, like I said, is super Christian, and I had a girlfriend at the time and was doing relationship things, and so she didn't agree with it because she like agrees with like marriage and that, and so yeah. But just having to fend for myself, I had support, but like just having to fend for myself, I feel like that's when I got a little more serious about life and like career path and bettering myself. And then like another stage was after this relationship, just because it was like my one and only relationship, so like dealing with that and then like overcoming those challenges and like being alone for the first time and stuff like that. So I would say that it was challenging, but like now looking back, I'm so grateful I went through it. Like made me so much stronger.
Yeah,
like it was honestly like I love it.
Yeah, I feel like it all is just helping to develop you as a person.
For sure, I wouldn't be who I am today if it didn't happen. So appreciate it.
Do you want kids?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
Yeah,
I mean, every day it changes.
Same.
Like imagine a little Joe Pup running around with a big head, just running around and stuff. And then I'm like, then that's gonna slow me down from like what I want in life, like traveling. Like I'm not gonna be able to travel. Like imagine that trying to travel with a.
I mean, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I feel like if anything, well, honestly though, I respect that perspective because I've actually never heard a male say that. I feel like a lot of people say that about women for obvious reasons that it'll slow them down. But if it doesn't slow it down for some women, I don't think it'll slow it down for you.
Well, I mean, hey, you volunteering to babysit. That's cool, then. We could live the same.
Babysit? I don't babysit. I can't do the diaper changing and whatnot. So I guess we'll end out and close out with just final thoughts. And, well, do you have anything you want to plug? Like any businesses or anything?
Fresh Face.
I love
For
that.
sure.
Fresh
Fresh
Face
Face for
DT, period.
Follow her. Book an appointment.
Just like he's about to do.
Yes. Make sure you get your pores cleared.
Buy me your shoozy.
That's it. That's all I got for you.
And what is like, this is like my final question, what's like a mantra or something that you, even if it's just one thing or multiple, we'll take it, that you live by?
I said it probably 3 times already, but just getting 1% better every day. So
like in the book.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
Better every day. Compound interest.
Yeah, I love that. Compound interest, you guys. So just 1% a day makes you 365% better at the end of the year.
Talk your shit.
Period. So guys, follow the podcast on Instagram at TSO Pod and subscribe to this channel, please, and like this video and comment something, even if it's just like a heart, or I would really prefer you to comment like your opinion, like be like, Quan, those questions are great, or like, ooh, it was kind of whack, like whatever you're gonna say. Oh, and turn on the post notifications. It looks like a little bell. And that way you'll know whenever a new episode is dropped. However, these come out every Tuesday on YouTube right now. This is the podcast, or the YouTube podcast, because we're only on YouTube. Anything else, Jump Up?
Appreciate you having me.
Thanks for coming. You were great.
It was an honor.
Yeah, I feel like this was so much fun.
It was.
It was just like old times. Wait, oh my god, I just had a funny flashback. Did you know that the one and only time I ever got detention in life was because of you?
What did I do?
So
I believe that. Definitely believe that.
We were in a science class. I don't remember. It was in high school.
Miss Cook?
Maybe. Maybe. And it's okay, so this is it. Picture, we're walking down the hall, the cafeteria is behind us, and we're going to this first pod, and it's a science class right there.
Yep.
I don't, yeah, okay. And, oh yeah, I know. Okay, better question. She's a brunette.
Yep.
Right? Okay, yes.
Yep,
I got detention because I was laughing at his stupid ass. And that
What was the joke?
I don't even remember the joke. But you, me, and you know who all got detention because of you.
You know who?
One of our friends, the tall one.
Oh, just kidding.
Former friends. I don't know.
That's what I was talking
I don't know
about.
what the status. Yeah, that's what I thought.
About,
yeah, maybe he has that from.
That's exactly what it is.
Damn. Well, shout out to him. Hope you get better.
For sure.
Anyways, bye guys. We're all done here. See you next week.